And we should be a go any minute now. Let me make sure everything is running. Oh, desktop audio is not on. There we go. So now people can be able to hear you.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right, sweet. Hey everyone, welcome to stream 54. We've gone quite a few streams here now. We're focusing mostly on, at least as far as this string goes, animation, and so right off the bat, I finished off all those reactions this past week. So I have the directional reactions from Malapoy, front right, back in front, front right, back and left, and so now I'm gonna create a montage for that, and yeah, I needed Pat's help, so I, but I wanted to show it on screen so we know how to do it. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot more animations I needed to do, but I think that's gonna be the first thing on my agenda at least.
That way you can see what they look like in game. So I get a better idea.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So, okay, montage. Okay, so this is the old montage that we had, but I was really not happy with the results we had from the past left and right reactions. So I'm gonna create a new one. Doesn't matter, just like back, front, does just any of them. Do you care which one I use, Pat?
No, oh, sorry. No, it doesn't matter.
All right, so I just right click and then I do
Create
create
in a montage.
montage.
You can just give it the name of like I don't know what to put this big egg.
Malapoy react.
Yeah, hit react.
Yeah, Malapoy. Malapoy hit react. Cool. Sounds good. All right, cool. We go for mark for add. All right, cool. So it just plays off this full animation. And right now, don't I just drag and drop the other animations in here to have all four of them?
Yep. So you should find them in the asset browser to the right. There's a tab. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So I have all these reacts right here. So I guess I just drag and drop them. Let's see. This is my, so that's my back one. I can add my front one.
Keep going. It's a bit finicky sometimes. It's like drag in more.
Oh, I just drag and drop the back and front right here.
Oh, yeah. You want all of them.
Okay, yeah. So let me get, so my left. Oops.
Okay, yeah, I think you have to put in like in that like row.
It's not gonna let me.
No, I think it did have here drop, and then now you have 3 of them, so get the right one in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I want to
So
step.
now add sections.
Okay.
Forgot how you add sections. I believe you just right click add section.
Okay. So right click. New slot or.
Let me see. Okay, so I'm opening an animation here.
Montage sections over here next to the asset browser.
Oh no. Yeah, or up here. You see how I'm holding in this row of the montage where the default thing is?
Yes.
After if I right click, it gives me new montage section.
So
right click up in the timeline, but in that same like height. Yeah. No, up one.
Oh, okay.
And this make left, right, front, and such.
Okay. And where does it need to be? Does it need to be like at the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning of each one. Yeah.
Do I cover up default with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like don't worry about default. Default is like where it would defaultly go into.
Okay. All right, so I can add a section above here. Let's see. This would be my front. Appreciate you helping me with this. It was fun making the reactions. Yeah. That's cool. It like numbers them. That's right. That's pretty fun. New animation, new sections. This will be left. All right, and I'll go ahead and push this when I'm done segmenting these. I'd love to see these working in game. Right. Okay.
Okay, so now we have all of those there.
Yeah.
So okay, good. So move the timeline to be in each of them, and it should just reset each one. Or like it should only stay within each section. So like go to the next section, like go to the front. Move the timeline thingy, the red.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Play. Just make sure that they all just like. Okay, see, that's not what we want. So on the right-hand side, you see how it has in the montage sections? Far right-hand side, yeah.
Yes.
So you see
Yeah.
that? So you see how it says default to back and whatnot? So click
Yeah.
that. And this say remove link. And then with front, remove link.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, let's keep removing links. There you go.
Okay, so now they all will like stop and repeat themselves basically.
Yeah, which since when you play a montage, it just only does it once.
Yeah.
So that way, whichever one gets called initially is the one that will be done initially.
Okay.
Come on, Jerry, do that.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to fix was I really like how on this React left, he gets hit and then he like gets pissed kind of thing, like he's like looking in that direction. Arrgh.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that for the right one, so I want to add the right one is just like the react and then reset. I really like the whole like just reaction of him getting mad after he gets hit. Just feels like a Malboy thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I have something ready to go to be able to. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay, I like that.
Here.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and push this montage.
Okay.
Reaction. For Malboy. Okay. So for right now, I'm gonna call this green. Yeah, the back react is good to go. Front react is good to go. I'm so happy I have this list, man. Left is good to go, and then right I want to redo. So I'm gonna put this on. Is it yellow? I think it was yellow. No, I'll keep it red. Okay. Celebrative sick. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this like this right react real quick, and then I will move on to a different animation. Let's see.
I'm just getting some code ready to go to be able to call the correct stuffs.
Okay.
I should have got rid of that code back then. Oh well. React. Yep.
That's been pushed. So react right. Let's see what my react right was like. Okay, yeah, all I wanted to change is that.
Na 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 na. All right, so. Art. Let's come here and do this button. We have this called effect.hit reaction, right?
Yeah. Did you pull?
In one moment.
No. Okay. Okay.
Gameplay hit direction.
So that was 13 to 16.
Okay, let me change the thing real fast. Okay, that should. Okay. Where? Sorry, that like bothered a moment.
Good. Boom. Oh, looks like that's.
Let's pull so that we can get the. One file added, one file removed.
Cut.
Shoving his face into his hammer.
So yeah, I'm trying to have him be snooty in that direction too. But he's going way too fast.
Yeah, if you're having problems with the frame rate, what you could do is do it at like a higher frame rate, or do it over a longer time, and then we can just play it at like half speed or double speed or whatever.
Right.
Um,
That makes sense.
because remember how we also were needing to slow them by half anyway in engine.
Yeah.
So like basically, if you're to double the amount of frames you're using for all of this, like there might be a way to like grab all the frames and stretch them, right? Like to go to 40 frames.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I've been slowing stuff down in an engine. It's creating these like middle frames that I'm not like, which create bugs and stuff like that, like visual bugs, like going through stuff.
Yeah, it's because it has to come up with the data in between.
That's my jaw. There we go. It looks angry in that direction. Let me go ahead and cut that out.
Have to have a recompile. I forgot to put blueprint callable.
Paste.
8.
Copy. Paste. There we go. He looks in this direction for. That's what I had wrong. There we go.
Leaning forward.
if that makes a difference. It should.
Alright. And then Malfoy hit react montage, and I want to select based on this. Select runs. Alright, hopefully this all works. Yes. We'll throw another Malfoy out here. I'll hit play. Alright. So if I smack him, he dies. Crap.
Okay, so he's getting like yanked back. That's what it is.
There you go. Hey, would you like to watch the hit reaction in game?
Yes, I would. Let's see it.
Bonk. Bonk. And now final bonk before he dies.
Okay, so the death overrid the react.
Yeah, I can change that
Just
though.
knowing. Okay. That's fun.
I
Could
had
you-
it. Yeah.
Could you use the? Could you have them explode when they like disappear?
Yeah.
And then one last thing, the burning animation. Could you have that play right right before they die? It's like so he's like, yeah.
Animation.
Yeah, there's an animation called burning. It was supposed to be just for like fire, like if you're on fire or whatever. But if you could use that as like a pre-death or pre-explosion animation, that'd be fun. Should be called burning. So like he like panics and with the burning animation and then explodes into like the explosion fire thing. Yeah, that was the montage for it. I think I built that. Yeah, burning. Which is just the animation, but really.
Yeah.
So right now that could be used as like pre-explosion and on fire.
Play montage. Burning as well as let's just for now do it on part of. Wow, it really bounced off that wall.
Yeah, I love these, dude. These are so fun.
Yeah. So it doesn't really have time to play montage before he disappears. The destroying after dying is kind of fast. But so voila. That's it.
Nice. Oh, he explodes right away.
Yeah, I need to go change the death logic a bit.
Okay.
I was having it quickly clean them up. And it's supposed to have a bit longer of a time, but
That's fun. I mean, immediate explosions is definitely like more satisfying for the player that got the KO and stuff. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that for sure. That's be kind of funny to if he like was throwing a tantrum for like maybe like half a second before exploding.
yeah.
So did you figure out the reacts themselves? Does I guess they don't really absolutely need the the engine rumbling and everything when you're reacting.
Yeah, they're not. I think right now blending it, but this right here, I'm 100% sure the right way actually is because it has a little bit of the vehicle as well bouncing, but I think for like just like a like that looks fine, you know?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's like his car gets back to normal once he lands. All right.
That's fun. I'm gonna push this new animation. It's the right react again. Yeah. Export selection. Animation. Big animation. Gets my react right. I'm starting to think that we might not even need like the CC airtime if the reactions are like that, because the CC airtime was just them being knocked up and everything. But if they're reacting, then that kind of replaces that CC knocked up animation.
Yeah, and I think for the amount of time there would be like a CC knock-up animation would be so short that like, yes, having a hit reaction would look better. Because if anything, the hit reaction, he's like, oh yeah, he's reacting to being hit. That's why I can't do anything.
Right, right, exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, so I might end up cutting that then, which is good.
Less things.
Less things. Okay, where is it? General editors, namespace editor. Delete, merge selection. Dude, that's so fun though. It's cool to see it in game. So yeah, Amelia pushed her the ult effect. If you want to, I'm sure it's not gonna be as simple as the reactions, but it'd be cool to be able to see the ultimate in game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's some more stuff I need to get done for the I can get like at least the VFX in. Now that I got like the drifting and stuff back to like more of what we want, so I can get more focused on the combat again. So at least to you, like the drift feels better, right?
Well, from what I saw last time, yes. I haven't tested it myself. Should I go ahead and just test it then?
Yeah, go ahead. Just try drifting.
Okay. Checking these two. CK. Oops. No. Alright, cool. Let's give it a shot. I feel like it's a sin to play a racing game without a controller, so.
Guess I'm saying a ton.
Okay, so that's slippery. That feels really slippery.
Too slippery?
Let's see. Maybe it's just. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm just not used to the drifting being a thing again.
Yeah, if you want, if it would make it easier for you to tell, you can disable the camera control, because that might be what's making it harder to tell.
I love the bounding wall, by the way. It still feels really good.
Oh, yeah.
I love the bounding wall. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was just saying that, the drifting might look odd just due to the camera stuff, and so, like, if you disable the camera, like, player input control, then it might look better, and that just shows us that, like, we need to, like, have a similar... Probably the other thing that changes, like, the base of the camera, depending.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it honestly feels like you're not sliding sideways enough, though. Does it make sense?
Sideways? What do you mean?
Yeah, like when you drift, you see how it's like, you drift and you're just, like, almost immediately going to the right?
Yeah. It feels different than it did. Yeah, I like what we had prior.
Yeah, it's just subtle differences, so I'll keep...
Yeah. Yeah, I would suggest just trying to just keep on playing the game and...
Yeah.
And just seeing what feels different, but...
Cool.
I think... Feels a little bit slippery. Yeah, I'm liking how things are turning out, though. I like the new camera stuff and everything, too. Feels good.
Yeah.
Okay, the basic attacks are still live. That's kind of a funny little ball thing.
Oh. You cancel that ability with another ability. Oops.
You see this little ball? Boop.
Oh.
This little gray box ball.
I wonder if like some of the VFX packs got like your reference to that stuff. That's why there's nothing appearing. But, oh well, it just means me to fill them in.
Yeah.
So these VFX, there's 4 here. So there's a fire trail, a pre-ult fire, and a hand glow, as well as the ults. What are each of those for?
Yeah, the if you check out the ultimate, the hand glow is just like an addition to the so that's the decal that's left after the hit, or so like right where the hit lands.
Okay.
That's the actual explosion, which I actually want to be pretty decent size. The hand glow is attached to his actual hand, and will be on the ult. She already attached a lot of the stuff, the VFX to the animation.
Has she been pushing for stuff? Because Malboy's been checked out by another designer's login.
Yes, that's been her.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think she's pushed.
Oh really?
Yeah, or like she has been, because Malboy's been like checked out for like a few weeks now.
Yeah, let me check that. See if check out his ultimate real quick and see if that's been pushed.
No, it is. It's
Oh, okay, it is.
here. So.
I was just like, I think it's one of the animations. It's like Malboy animation ultimate something that she was working on. There's one of them. That doesn't look right. It must be the other one. Maybe she hasn't pushed her other effects, or they didn't.
Did she make changes to the skeleton to like add sockets?
I think she was adding sockets. So she added like fire effects to the back rocket things and yeah.
I don't think that those made it. History. Yeah, so the last time that anything was pushed there was me on the 9th. So this skeleton, the last time it was checked out and pushed was the 9th.
Okay, one second. I might be able to figure that out real quick. Yeah, because she had some really cool stuff to show. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it pushed for her. Yeah, I guess so. In the meantime, I guess it would be, however, like boosting to, because she had that precursor where it will go kind of thing.
What? Precursor?
It's like the V effect that's like the pre-V effect thing, like that you select the area that you want to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the previs visual, yeah. Anyway. Be right back.
And what's the pre-thing that she made? Is it a decal or is it a go to Malfoy. Effects, bolts, brain. M skull locator, let's use that. M skull. Go. just squeeze them. Oh my. Can I please actually spell? Commit A, B, there we go. Right, do that. Now we need to say wave target data. TAMB ultimate.
Okay. I'm back. So yeah, something's happening with her perforce. It was like it kept on coming up with an error, so I wasn't able to push. Okay. All right. What animations do I need to do? All right, so I fixed the right animation and I pushed the right animation. Thanks for making those the reaction work so fast. That's fun. How'd you make it like where it like knows the direction?
Oh, it just uses math based upon the location of it.
That's cool. I know there's a tech artist in my cohort who was making this like sponge effect thing where anywhere it got hit it would understand like vertex and it would like create a like temporary dent in whatever vertices one hit another kind of thing. It was pretty crazy looking. It would just like bend in the vertices,
Really
but
cool.
yeah, it was kind of fun.
Too much doing.
Okay. Yeah, so as long as you're confident that we can basically mix or blend any animation with like the idle animation or something like that, then I can work on the other like hopping animation and the airtime animation without having to worry about.
Yeah, like what I probably can do is just have it be like, okay, if you have animation like a hop, you can say it has like some percentage that like it keeps of the idol, only on the cart, but not on him. Plus, if it's not like shaking a little bit whenever like you're getting launched or doing some other action, that's okay. But yeah, for the most part, we should be good.
Okay. Yeah, if you're concerned about that, then let me know and I can just keep working off the idols. Let's see. acceleration vehicle center.
Aha! So do you see this right now? On my
What's that?
screen? See that gray box? Or
Yes.
that green? That's the targeting thing. It's not going the right way, but let me see. Okay. So when I click, it places it. I don't know why it's not going further, but I can try and figure that out. But you see how it's like doing what you're thinking of, right?
Yeah, the reverse.
Do you see that green box?
Oh, like where you're looking, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
target. I don't know why it's only like I'm trying to put the skull locator image. I believe that's the right way to use it. Unless I wonder. Exit actions, export, little texture boy, go to desktop, save. Now I want to go to user interface, textures, and go to my desktop and get that most recent. There you go. Fine. Go. I have it as the right kind of thing, right? It needs not sRGB. Make compression say it's going to be grayscale. Cool. And the decal needs to be okay, that's why. Okay, so I need a material made from that texture for the so if I go into Malboy, so we have the VFX of his ultimate. Which one is meant to be is like the pre-ult fire meant to be on him or only this skull locator meant to be the targeting? Because it seems like the
yeah.
ult kind of has. Yeah, it has an explosion. Okay. So this where'd this come from?
Yeah, so that's the pre-locator, and then there's the explosion after hit.
Okay, I'm gonna make a duplicate of this material because I assume it's being used in the other stuff. Yes. Okay. Just the reason being is I need a M basic decal. So decals have to have a few different like settings than like a particle effect, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so here I need to go 3, convert to actually no, let's just do 4, convert to parameter, call it color. And you need to be deferred translucent decal. Who is no one cares, it's default lit. I say no. Okay. Multiply. Let's give you a default color, just white. Hold on. Okay, there you go. I don't know why it takes so long to shader compile, but I guess we can also probably start having a bit more organization about where we have like our things for materials, such as like this one. So I'm just gonna put this. No. Wait. What VFX alt? VFX alt. No texture. No alt. Materials. Basic decal needs to go into our art category. I think I forgot what we were doing exactly with like our organization of all of our stuff, but I think if we have like our I think like the global usages like for like the master decal material, for example.
Yeah.
That I believe should be something that is in like a global spot. And then we can have like the specific instances of like materials be in more in like, let's say, because I'm kind of wondering if inside of Malakboy's stuff here, I know we've gone back and forth on this, but like you know how there's a VFX folder here?
Yeah, right. Right.
So VFX folder and Ultimate. I almost wonder if like the VFX folder could be like the global stuff for Malakboy, such as like if there's like textures or whatnot that are used kind of other places, but then within the Ultimate folder, then there could be a VFX, if that makes sense. So that way, if you're going back and forth, you don't have to like go up multiple levels.
Okay.
It's hard to like know which way is better because like they keep switching off like what feels like it would be better for a situation, but
Exactly. Yeah.
and decal, no, and basic decal, boom baby. We're gonna come here. We're gonna create a material instance. Called mi mallet mb old contain cow, and now we're gonna throw that back into Malakboy. Patrick, you moved the wrong thing. No. Oh, man, I'm stupid. All right, the parent one needs to go back and here we go. Okay, you need to be red ish. And MB that starts mi alt. There we go. Okay, that's how it's gonna look on the ground.
Okay.
I believe if I don't think I can drag it. Oh, I can. So can I drag this? No. Okay. So okay, you're using that now. Blah blah. Ah! No.
What?
Okay, Patrick, you don't have a static mesh there. Go. Click. There you go.
Cool.
So
The orientation is kind of silly, but that's kind of cool that you can do that.
yeah, I can probably like try and make it so that its orientation matches its owner. Like it always like
Like
if it's like Yeah.
Like the teeth are
So
always toward him, kind of thing.
yeah. So if I say get avatar, get owner. Who is your owner? I wonder.
Who's your owner?
Who owns you? Oh, do you not have one? Okay. Um, Move breakpoint. Okay. Argument. Where are the functions for? No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. Yes. Owner. I'll get you later. You might have what I need.
I'm making the airtime idle.
Oh, cool. I don't know why I can't look up and down. Uh,
Be right back.
and so okay. Um,
Okay. It's cool that it's following the camera though.
yeah. Yes, we do have source actor. Awesome. Um, it's source actor. So what we're gonna do is we're going to say get actor location. We're gonna get our location. We're gonna get a unit direction vector from our source to us. We're going to multiply out the z and I believe that's right, yeah. That's our direction. We brought from x. So that's location. Boom. Please don't break. Dunk. He's always sideways, so he's kind of going the right way. Maybe if I rotate the actual like decal. Okay. So right now it's not doing it to like the camera angle, but you see how it's like it's keeping it aligned to where the character is facing.
Yeah.
So I need to let me see if there's a starts. So I had to like look at these classes to like figure out like where I can get the location information I need. Should produce. Retrace one. Aim with player controller. Debug, where's my button? Press play, continue. Aim with player controller, A. I said go. There you go. Okay. So it's here. Okay. I see now figure out why the cancel input isn't working. I should be able to right click and get rid of it. But I probably just like need to like tell something somewhere. So why is it only going that far? Yeah, debug.
You still want to have it to where it's like arc shape and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not letting me make it go further.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think yeah, having that like sort of half circle. That's a little further.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. So okay, this is actually nice. I didn't realize this is part of the usage of the target actors. So gas uses this thing called target actors that
Mm.
are like what this kind of thing is to let you have like the idea of like how like a targeting. So think like each of League of Legends like circle things.
Okay.
Like a circle is like a type of target actor, right? It's like placed in the world, and it's like okay, cool. When you want to like deal damage, you have like this thing here, and so like this can do the stuff such as like adding a highlight to a character who's like being overlapped by it or something, right?
Right. Right.
So that can all be encapsulated within that like target actor instead of having to have like all the abilities do that. Um,
That's cool.
so, but what's happening is that you see how we can really sweep it like that and
Right.
such. The problem is that since our camera is kind of locked, it sees this and goes, well, this is as far as I can go to angle it. But I believe if I continue to make this just go like higher up,
Yeah, like higher numbers and then clamped out.
well, as like so the start location of the trays is getting higher above my. So see where I am currently,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not where he is, but the camera, right?
Uh huh.
So ideally, it's like if it's higher up, then it'll like the trace start will be from a different direction.
Is that as
Uh,
far up as you can look currently?
yeah, like we can't really because like if we look up, it just like puts you into like the cart's face, if that makes sense.
Oh. Okay, so the camera currently like pulls you forward into the cart if you're too
Yeah,
far
'cause if I do
down.
this, like or like I can't look any lower, but I can get rid of
Okay.
the caps, but um yeah, so the pitch is like clamped to that. So if I say -10, yeah, so I can look like straight down now, and I can look. Oh, whoa, ah, it's like only if it gets a big enough adjust. 10. Okay, there we go. So now you see
Yeah.
how I can aim farther.
That looks better. Yeah.
But the problem is that see how like you can't really see it though because you're looking this low.
I see what you mean.
So
Yeah.
that's why I need to figure out how to make it so that like you can be at this angle, but then still have to be moving around.
So then we need to be able to look up and the camera not like go down, so it kind of rotate on its axis more so or something, or like be a little bit higher. So like as
No,
you're like looking up, the camera's kind of like pulling down, right, to like look straight ahead as
yeah,
you're
it's like
sprinting in.
yeah,
So then there would need to be like alternate logic to where if you go down, if you look up too high, then instead of the camera going down, it actually just rotates rather than like, yeah, it like rotates.
what do you mean by that? So like if I go too high up like this or high up like this.
Like that. Yeah. Yeah, because like right now it's like imagine like if you're like on the perimeter, right, the outer perimeter of a circle or something, and you're kind of like circling around Malipol, like rotating around him. Um, whereas if you were to try to look up, then yeah, that would be a problem with those things. So with like those locators. So maybe yeah, if we have the camera not go so far down when it's rotating up, kind of thing. No,
What do
like
you mean by down? Like this?
like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if you're trying to look up in the
Uh,
sky, kind of thing, or like trying to like aim ahead, then like have the camera still somewhat higher, as if yeah, rather than trying to swivel, it's actually trying to like just go on its own axis.
uh-huh.
Um, because right now Malipoi is a center point, which is good, for a lot of reasons. But if you're trying to aim forward, that's gonna be a problem. Um,
Okay. Let's see. So I have some logic I know of that I can look at to figure out how to like make it so that like when I lower the camera down like this, it can get closer to him but stay a little bit higher. So when you look further like this, the camera would have less length. So it would be more like which Malipoi is this? I need this Malipoi. Okay. If I go into his spring arm. So like imagine if like when you when you lower your camera like this to be like horizontal, it gets closer.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
see what you mean.
can.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
So if it got closer but kept some of its height that it has when you're further back or looking normally, that'd
Yeah.
be optimal.
Okay. So what I can do is I know of a way to use like a curve to basically say based on the pitch, this is what the height and distance of the camera should be to the character.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so that way, if it's you are looking really down, we can set how up and high it should be, and if you're looking really low.
Yeah. I think that'll really help.
Okay.
Well, these are good problems to run into because like this is gonna be a big thing when it comes down to like anything's not melee based, as well. Any of our
Yeah.
ranged characters.
If you want to have like these regions of like damage stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we should probably do that. We don't have to have Mallet Boy's attack go so far as well, but
Yeah, I think honestly, anything that's like see the maximum distance it is right now.
yeah, I think
I
something
think
like
they
that.
have plenty
I think so too. Yeah.
because anything further, it would start to cause track design problems of like we have abilities that go further than like straights.
Mm.
So yeah, if it would just be like he can just basically quickly gap close that little bit there to hit people, and if it has like a AOE that goes forward a bit, then it can be like he doesn't have to land directly in the middle or on them. He's kind of. But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be cool. That'll look good. Yeah, I like that. So it's kind of like a medium range. He is still a meleeer. I don't want him to feel like he could fly necessarily.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sejuani's Q in a way.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like Mr. Q in Ultimate, where like when she impacts with her Q, her ultimate goes off centered around her.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be good just to have the logic in for this, and then hopefully we can get Amelia's VFX pushed and stuff soon. But
Yeah.
it's already looking pretty cool. That's awesome.
I mean, I can try and get them hooked up.
I think some of them just aren't in, like some of them, but the explosion is in and the decal is in. But yeah,
Yeah.
she had like travel behind like stuff, but anyway, that can be flair for later. I think the main logic right now would be like, the camera would make it look good for sure, and then I as far as order of operations go for the ultimate, it basically just boosts to whatever point is selected and then smashes down using the ultimate. So it'd be like two separate animations.
Yeah.
Boosting animation.
And I think I'm gonna do during like things like that where we want to have more control over how the cart's moving. I think I'll just like disable the cart like the cart physics logic, and then just like do like manual control. That way we don't have to worry about like all these whatever things. It can just be he goes boom, he's here, he moves on.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would end up being like a Vi ultimate where it's unstoppable. Like you just can't stop Malboy from getting to that point, and then he slams down, and then he's fair game again.
Yeah, basically think like the line that Vi's ultimate makes is just like that, and I just move along it while with like another thing to make him go up or something.
I think what would be cool is if we had some kind of VFX that shows that they're like
Yeah.
unhittable or something like that by some kind of like wind effect or whatever, some kind of like bright like triangle effect or something that makes it look like you can't hit them, like it's like wind like flowing on both sides, so it's like if you run into them you're gonna be knocked aside kind of thing. Yeah.
Where's the way to tell to confirm or not? So I'm trying to look at something real quick. So I really like the target actor stuff, and so I want to make sure correctly. So, real gas, how to set confirm touch. Look up documentation. Yeah, to anyone watching, if you're wanting to be a programmer or just in general an indie developer, where you'll have to wear a lot of hats, get used to looking up documentation. Sorry, get used to looking up documentation because that's where you'll like find everything when you're trying to figure out like how do you do this, how do you do that, how do you do everything. There's a lot. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, all right, I'm gonna get some other things ready for Amelia. So I'm gonna go into. I'm just gonna basically start making the gameplay cues that are heated. I'm so sorry. Ugh.
Good.
The gameplay cues that are needed.
Yeah.
For things such as if I go like yeah, gameplay cue Mallet Boy, basic. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a new thing called object settings, gameplay tags. We hop over to gameplay cues. We go to Mallet Boy. We go to. I'm just gonna call it Hammer Swing. Hammer Swing. And impact. Okay. So now if I say tools, gameplay queue editor, and I go to Mallet Boy, hammer swing, impact. I hate gameplay cues sometimes.
Hey, what now?
Oh, the gameplay cues have this concept in them to like part of what makes the gameplay cues that Gas has like really nice for network gameplay is that it's basically a way for the VFX and whatnot to be communicated with over network or whatnot in a way that doesn't require like mass chunks of like, hey, here's the asset that you need to play. Um, Instead, just can send a tag and then it can load in that asset when it's needed and then unload it. So that way, like if you have a lot of VFX, you don't have to constantly manage which ones are active and not.
That's cool.
But one annoying thing of it though is that it likes to have like settings.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just like I don't care. I just want to have a my characters just have stuff. So there you go. Character. Everything inside character can have that now. Cool. You know what? You as well. Just gameplay cues. All right, character and projectiles. Awesome. Away. So now I should be able. Is there anything else I need to change in C++ before I get going? No. Let's go. Boy abilities. All right. Actually, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How likely do you think we are to reuse some VFX for impact or hit effects, such as like, is there going to be a different like, so like there can be like a V effect that plays like, let's say like a Mount Boy hits his basic attack, there's like maybe he has his own thingy, but do you think that there will be like a general, this is a hit spark for being hit, this is a hit spark for being smacked by something, instead of having unique versions of like, does the shotgun shot of Bucky have the same like VFX little hit spark on people it hits as Mallet Boy's hit does?
Oh, I see. Hmm.
It doesn't have to be like all encompassing, right? It's more so it's like, are we gonna have a situation where it's like 70% of like
Yeah.
hits? Rev Nira's yo-yo when it hits you, does it like play that one V effect? Where is it? Shit.
The little stars one.
I think so. Is it stars or why is so hard to see? Sorry. It someone made it. So someone made it. It was I don't think these stars. No.
Yeah, either it was either Tyler Gagan or maybe Emily made it at some point.
But yeah, it's an art VFX and Agri Systems EGV effect. It's this one.
Oh yeah. I mean
So
that
like,
can be used for a lot of stuff. Yeah.
okay, then we can just like then what I'll do is
Yeah, there's so many things that will happen already. There's gonna be like reactions. There's gonna be the VFX. There's gonna be the actual animations of the attacks. So I mean, the hit sparks. I mean, you know, I think
okay.
that would be good for anything physical related, especially. And so if we decide to have anything different for other stuff, but I think even getting shot, it makes sense to have that same thing. So
Okay. And I can probably make it scale that based off the damage, like the VFX size based off damage.
that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be
Um,
cool.
so character gameplay cues. Was that really it? That's in the class. That's fine. So we should be able to not that. Let's go into Bucky. No. What did you do? You were doing gameplay cue, character, damage taken. Okay. Dash, death, melee, quick shooter game tests. Interact with the message board. Fire. Fire. Okay, I'll see. Okay, y'all do that. Good. Okay. So if no, I'm so sorry that I'm like kind of scattered right now.
That's okay.
Project.
I'm wrapping up a somewhat boring segment of animation.
Um. Yes. I always hate when I slow myself down by worrying about where should I put this to make most sense. But yeah, okay, shared. Let's put you in here. Um, shared. All right, so hit. This fires off on gameplay queue dot hit, and hello, friend. Hey, buddy, how are ya? Buddy, come here. Okay, so this is just damage and simple. Change this to our damage. Cool. We also want it to. No, the damage timer should not do that. So now I can go all the way back. Manit boa. That hammer hit. You add damage. You also apply hit. A little fast, so. Bonk. I'm gonna see if I can make the other thing also like spawn that effect. So track boundary damage. When it hits, if it does that same cue, then supposedly if I run to the wall, it should also like just add that effect now. That should all that is being needed to add effects. So yep, shit, there you go. Sure. Yep, shit, see. Alright, do you see that? Bonk.
Well, hold on. See?
I run to the wall. Bonk.
Nice.
And if we want to change it, we can just add like a sub of hit just called like wall bump and that have a different effect. But so like the way that a lot of these systems work for like this big accountability system thing is the idea that like if everyone's doing their stuff correctly as they pass things along, everything is good. Such as if you properly are passing along, you know, hit result information, then the gameplay queue can go, okay, well, I know exactly where you impacted.
Right.
And so we can just spawn there.
Can you do kind of like you're talking about where if you run into like the core of a character, then you'll do the same thing as the wall? Like you're like right on them like that, like if like like if we have like player against player collision, like I don't want to like nerf melee characters by like bouncing off and you try to hit them, but if it's like you're like on top of them, then it would like essentially not bounce them off that far, but like some. Like they kind of ping pong off each other a little bit if they're like right on top of each other.
Yeah. That would be something that I'd have to like probably do a little bit more of like planning on like a Miro to like figure out all like the edge cases, right? Because there's like a lot of like scenarios that can kind of fit in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And figure out like what, because like if we can, for example, say, okay, we want that to happen unless XYZ, then and those XYZ are just like a Boolean, basically like, oh well, if person is doing X, then don't do the thing. Then that would be easier to create that rule. I mean, hopefully, but it's fun seeing the hit react to play when you run into the wall. Like the hit reaction, like animation, not just like the V effect.
Oh, you have it.
Boonk. Yeah, like what? Because it's all tied together, right? I'm being hit. It doesn't care where. The hit reaction plays when it receives a hit event. Bonk.
That's cool.
Bonk. And it adds a lot more impact too when he hits it.
Yeah, it feels better.
That's
yeah,
looking
way better. That looks really cool.
Yeah, like remember when we were first doing this and just like ramming into a wall over and over again?
Yeah. That's so satisfying. He's like skidding and trying to get back in place, you know, with this wheel.
Yeah, like holding on to it. It's like, okay.
That feels way cool.
That's why I think a lot of abilities we can have like a lot of like knock away like horizontally. Like because I think like sliding away, even if it means that you potentially like run it. What is Hello? my UI is all weird. Okay. Edit. There. Alright. Characters, malleable. Abilities. Emotions. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, all right. Here, I have a question for you. What do you think about you know how like games will have stuff to like handle situations of if like a lot of like things happen at once, such as like a character gets hit by like a bunch of things in a row, or like let's say imagine you are in the middle of like two other people and one of them hits you, and then as you get hit, then someone else hits you, and this makes a whole weird crazy livery thing, and then that has the input lockout. You know how we have that same thing here, um how like it won't let us bump into it multiple times.
Right.
But the logic that's making us slide so nicely is separate from what's being done currently to like make you go horizontal, because it requires like a status effect to be on you versus like, hey, for like this next 0.5 seconds, don't. Like next 0.5 seconds don't. Now what I can do though, I think is I could make it so that along with the damage, like stat in
I mean, if someone's caught out, then they should be punished for it. I don't want them to like be invincible for like a few
no, no,
seconds
no,
or something like that.
not so much invincible, more so like for like the knockback related stuff. Like as in a way to kind of like control when there's like a lot of different things coming from one direction.
I see.
Such as like, you know, let's say there's only so much that can be launched in a given direction in a small amount of time.
Yeah.
More so as like a pause field thing, but also in general, what I think I could do is if I have a stat on the character, sorry, stat, an attribute, on a character that essentially like this damage thing. If I have another one that's essentially just like a input lockout and it's like a time thingy, that means I could have other abilities more easily be able to like for some X amount of time have the player like slide. So like that's what's making the this feel really good. The bouncing on the wall is because when I hit it, it bounces me away and slides me because it has my friction temporarily off or like lowered because I'm like bouncing. And so I think if I make it to where it's like that can be just included of like, hey, when you hit by this, it has X amount of time, or it could just be any knockback applies to that. So any like horizontal knockback, like will start like that timer of
Oh, like it skids you kind of thing, or like it's like before you can get hit again or something.
Yeah, okay, so forget the whole like getting hit by multiple people thing. This is I think now it's more focusing on I'm trying to focus on how to more easily make it so we don't have to worry about like these things in the future when we're doing damage. Just say, okay, horizontal, like if I change Malfoy's hammer swing to do 0 knock up and only knock back,
Right.
it should, you know, make him go sliding. But it's not right now, and it'd be annoying if you have to have every single last thing. Keep in mind, like, okay, cool. See how like he doesn't go sideways?
Right.
That's because he doesn't have like that bumped thingy.
I see.
That's why he's only going forward versus with this, we were able to kind of go sideways, sort of.
So you basically want to turn off friction when someone gets like CC'd essentially, temporarily.
Well, yeah, or like, as in, instead of having to worry about when we turn off friction or not, just say when you get a knockback, it's like a horizontal force from my character's ability. Any of those things will like start a timer for let's say 0.5 seconds of your friction being in a lowered state because you're hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
So yeah, and then like the flyers, since they aren't touching the ground necessarily, the flyers that get hit would just take additional airtime damage or like directional damage, or like not damage,
Yeah.
but like directional like placement.
Yeah, they might just get launched further.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I definitely want to add knock up and knock back to.
Yeah, that's a good idea because yeah, like it just feels more impactful as the person that hit to see them skid away or whatever like that. And if their tires are just gripping onto the ground that hard, then it doesn't really feel like you did anything other than just
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. So. Because right now it's kind of a janky way I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's like I want people to have. I mean, I just want people to have fun, you know. But at the same time, it's like I want it to feel fair. So it's gonna be hard to balance things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's important just to make Malboy feel fun to play.
One thing I always get frustrated by with like myself when I'm programming something is when it's like I know what I need to do, but then I'm like, wait, well, where should it go? I know I said that before, but like so I'm pretty sure what I could do is inside like this attribute stuff is just whenever they receive a knockback or something, it can just go, oh, okay, well then apply this gameplay effect, which is just like can be called the bumped or like horizontally, whatever you think. So like right now, the track boundary damage cooldown applies a tag called. It does not apply a tag. This blue applies tag. Card state bumped. State disabled. Status recently wall bumped. Okay. What is status recently wall bumped applied to them? Okay. Yeah, so what I can have is like the wall bumping. I can have it be like or like the bumping. We can have a few different types of bumps, and that way like each bump is not mutually exclusive to each other bump.
Yeah.
Um, or something like because if we have a player like so like if I like or let me ask you this question then. If I'm out boy, I hit you into a wall. Should the wall bounce you off immediately?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I think so. Like that's part of the whole thing of like you take like its percent health damage when you hit the wall as well. Like I want you to be bouncing off so that you can get back to the race because a lot of that's just resetting yourself. Like it's like you're bouncing off the border so that you can go back on the track and keep going.
Yeah, I guess like bouncing off it makes it feel a lot more like kinetic or like and then you back to things. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
go ow, I'm getting back to you.
exactly. You get hit, you react right. You get hit in the wall, react left, bounce off, fall back on the track, and then you keep going. So the player that hit feels really impactful and it's really satisfying to hit, and then you, as the player that got hit, get back to the race faster.
Mm-hmm.
Getting like ping ponged.
Let's just call this really That's annoying.
Do you think we'll be able to have me and you test the reactions in online?
Like beating the crap out of each other? Yeah, I think so. Let me. Here, I will stop what I'm doing right now and just try and do that.
Okay.
Looks like the other thing I was thinking on might take a sec. So, all right. Um, let me make sure the game runs in development mode before I push it to you. I had it in debug mode, so that's why. But I'm also going to push what I currently have. Hope that I don't overwrite anything too important from Mallet Boy. But the hit reactions need to be done. All right. So that's all pushing. So, make sure to pull, I guess, and compile and let's open. We were able to connect last time, right? Because I remember I was having an aneurysm because of this.
Yeah, I might have to pop out to a meeting here shortly.
Okay.
Might have a second. Let's see.
If you have to go, that's perfectly okay. I'll just keep working on. That's what I was talking about.
Okay. I pulled.
Right. Start compiling. Where are we?
Build succeeded. Nice.
And open. I'll open level main menu. Run as a standalone.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm building right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna just cut the stream, and then if you want to work on stuff after this meeting, then let me know. And
All right.
I'm not even sure the meeting's gonna happen yet. I just heard that it might be in like a couple minutes, so. Cool. I'll hit you up.
Yo, what?
I'll hit you up when I'm out of the meeting.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.